Hello friends, my name is Aberi and welcome to the channel, and I'm just going to jump right into it. We are back with more ATEEZ. First of all, I appreciate all of you for being kind and lovely and very, very thorough with your responses. This is exactly what makes me continue to react to certain videos because some videos, people enjoy, but there's not as much interaction, and I'm not blaming them. I think it's just an algorithm thing. But you guys really showed up, so I really appreciate it. Um, so we're going to do, based on some of your suggestions, there's a lot of suggestions about what order to go in with the music videos. But the one that I saw most overwhelmingly was to just start with the songs I know and then move into the things that I don't know. And so another song that I happen to know, and I think anyone who listens to K-pop, even if they're a little fan war gremlin, knows is Bouncy. So that's what we're going to do today. You can probably already gather that by the title. So I don't really have further to say. Uh, as I've continued to say to all of the 17 fans, to the XG fans, it's going to take me a while to learn everyone's names. And this is not a dig, but especially for groups that keep their Korean names, which I actually think is a great thing instead of using stage names, it's inherently going to take me longer. I've heard that you're a kind fandom, and therefore I'm counting on you to be patient with me. So let us have a gander. Let's watch this boys get bouncy. K-Hot Chili Peppers. I will say they're very good with their font. That font for ATEEZ always stands out to me. And also, sorry, I'm not going to pause very much just for editing purposes, so. Oh, this is Mysterioso. Ooh. Wow. I ain't saying shit. Okay. I'm that goat. Yes. Yes, that's what's up. Popo. Oh, it's so good. I love the Western. Oh, little go-to moment. Hey. Yes, preach, bitch. Same, that's how I feel right now. Yeah, give him that pep talk. Fuck me up, brother. Okay, I have a comment about that later. Okay, oh! Hey! 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 I love the neon chili in the background. I didn't see that. No complaints? What a switch up! This visual! Shit! That's a cool reveal.
If you wanna know how, I can show you right now. Bounce, bounce, and we don't fly, fly. Wanna know how, I can show you right now. Bounce, bounce, and we don't fly, fly.
Okay, can we get Mad Max? What number 5 with them starring in it, please? Or are we getting some glamour shots? Or just one glamour shot? What is this? What is this Houdinery? Is- uh, okay, outlaw. Don't know what that means, but that's the energy. Okay, 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 guys. I know we want to get to know each other, but hold on a minute. I gotta learn y'all's names first. Okay, first of all, yes, we like ye. Um, so as I mentioned, I know the song. I didn't have an expectation for visuals. However, it really tracked. I like all of the reference to like just this very high pepper energy. So many go-tos, okay? I don't know how to actually pluralize things in Korean, but if you know, you know. A go-to is a pepper. Um, I loved that. I always love cheeky stuff like that. So I actually met one of your lovely fandom members recently at an event where I was performing. And she told me that this song was inspired by fried chicken. So I actually went into that knowing a little bit of the lore. The producer or whoever, whatever his title is, composer, producer, lyricist, I don't know, but that he was thinking about fried chicken. So please let me know if there's more to it. Obviously, or maybe not obviously, please correct me if I'm wrong. There is a little bit of an innuendo. Not that there's anything necessarily graphic about what I saw lyrically. Obviously, there's metaphorically things that align with hot and spicy and blah blah blah. So that I can understand already is not necessarily an innuendo. That's more just a metaphor, a parallel. But I am a bouncy type. I am bouncy, so I get it. I resonate with this. Um, really loved the energy. It was just so high energy. So that's why I said when that visual switch up comes, where they're in whatever that kind of hall is, a cathedral type European whitewash space, that was a nice switch up visually. I don't know if there's a full storyline. I've been told that there are some through lines within their music videos, so I'm just, I think, not privy enough to be able to recognize those things. But I liked that. It's a presentation of like very stereotypical masculinity in a non-stereotypical way. This idea of being in the ring, fighting, and I think in a lot of other K-pop groups, probably, I'm sure there's other videos where there's people fighting in a ring or something alluding to that. But I would expect in K-pop for them to like make it so pretty and like have like some girl group with like rhinestone boxing gloves or something like that, which I would also love. But I like that this unapologetically raw energy runs throughout the video, starting with the Western thing. Mofo walks up in the saloon, then you kind of have these like biker outfits in the very beginning, even before they get on the bikes. And I have to say, K-pop loves the bike scene. I can think of so many groups, a bike scene and a tunnel. These are K-pop staples. And yet, I didn't feel like it was overused or tired here. So I really enjoyed that actually. Um, that moment, especially where he's leaning back, I'm like, yes, that is the powerful energy that I'm definitely getting from the song. So yeah, please let me know if there's more to it. Obviously, I want to know. I'm very intrigued by these things. This is what keeps me interested in K-pop anyway. Is that I'm sure some of you have seen there's a lot of discourse online right now about how K-pop is just stealing and how it's just cultural appropriation. And I haven't told this to some of you yet, depending on which videos you've watched. Um, so I'm told it's Atinys. Atinys. Like, okay, so some people said there's more than one way to produce it. So pronounce it. So that's what I've been told. ATEEZ plus Destiny, right? That's what I'm told the fandom is about. So I haven't told it to you guys, Atinys, yet. And if I'm still saying it wrong, please just gently correct me. Um, but I am launching a podcast about the intersection of K-pop, mostly Korean pop culture, and blackness, just blackness in general. Because there's been a lot of conversation about this online, and I've wanted to launch this podcast for over a year. But K-pop fans can be very scary, and in the non-degrading way, so can the Black community when they're passionate about something, which is very logical. Because yes, in reality, we've had a lot of things taken from us. We've obviously had a very complex and painful and frankly disgusting history, but we've also contributed to a lot of pop culture. And I just believe that the conversation deserves more nuance than making viral TikToks so you can get a lot of engagement. Woo woo. So that is called Hallyu Noir. I will hopefully put the link in the uh, description. That being said, for some reason, ATEEZ is coming up a lot in this conversation. And for me, I can't really understand why, besides that all K pop in general does borrow from Black culture. So that was a complete side note, but I felt it was important to mention. But what I was going to say is the reason that I keep coming back to K pop is because there's always twists and turns, right? I have tried to walk away from K-pop before just because of the toxicity, and I don't just mean from my main fandoms. I just mean the actual overall culture and the way that idols are treated. And I can't walk away because stuff like this, literally stuff like this, keeps me coming back because it's so much fun. There's always more depth. And the reason, again, I brought up this viral conversation going on is because a lot of people who don't know shit about K pop keep saying how there's no depth to it and how it hasn't evolved, that it's just stolen from blackness, but they haven't added any of their own sounds or their own perspectives or their own life experiences. And I'm like, okay, sounds like you haven't listened to shit. Clearly has some lyrical layering that's going on, and visuals. And I'm sorry, but there's just not that much in Western music that is bringing this level of excitement for me. I listen to Western music every single day. So I am not saying that there is no value, but I'm saying this level of excitement where I'm literally like, I only find that in K-pop for the most part, and this is why I keep coming back regardless of the fact that this is a highly imperfect industry and there are definitely spaces to improve. So, with that, we are going to move into the dance practice. Different day, same loser ass energy. Let's go. So much energy. Wait, do the lights do that on purpose, or is it just like we're shaking the ship so hard that we're breaking the circuit? Please explain, guys. That's crazy. Damn. Okay, so talking about levels, right? Okay, I see you. I see you, body roll. Okay, this part of the choreo I have seen before, probably on Instagram, TikTok. I'm not a big TikToker, but yeah, it's a pretty legendary piece of choreo. Oh, what? Okay, okay, we love a reveal. I was, I was paying attention. I promise. Okay, Pop loves a head nod. Okay, Gray Sweats, we see you. We get it. Love that move. The footwork is insane. It's so fast. I won't blab too much about it now. I'll save it for the end. But I mean, that's crazy. Also, idols wear the craziest stuff during rehearsals. I'm like, how are you wearing a beanie? Jeans. Yes. Hey, like what a come through elevated conga line. I like that. because I can do it. Yes, Matrix. Okay, I love the individuality. They're very in sync, but I'm starting to like pick up on like just the way that they move as individuals, which I think is always a good sign of a group. A sign of a good group. That's crazy. Like even that looks simple, but the synchronization. Yes, we will. I love the what the dancers on the side are doing. That's just a good way to add some dynamic, you know? Yes! Yes! This must be so fun in concert. Sorry, guys, though. Like, this is why. I know I'm just fucking talking, but this is why. Or are we not done? I'm sorry. Okay. Ending fairy, we love. This is why K-pop is always fun. I already said it in the first part of the video, but like this energy, that's unrivaled, you know. And I know some of you are going to be like, not every group has that. I don't. That's not what I'm talking about. The point is, compared to a lot of Western performers, this kind of energy is like for the for their biggest moment in their career, like they're performing at the Super Bowl. In K-pop, this is the standard. And I know dance practices aren't like they're not really dance practices, they're dance performances. And like people who don't know K-pop are always like, this is just rehearsal. And I'm like, no, technically not. Like they already know the dance. It's not really a rehearsal. But still, it speaks to exactly what I'm saying because this is theoretically something where you could just give maybe 70% of the energy and it would still be so impressive just based on the choreo alone, based on the synchronization. When you're giving that much energy, knowing for most groups it's for the fans, how can you not respect it, you know? So, as I said during the reaction, I do feel like I get what a lot of you were saying now with this being a higher standard in terms of complexity compared to ice on my teeth choreo because I know, you know, I'm an honest reactor, guys. I said in ice on my teeth that the only complaint, not complaint, but critique that I had was that they weren't using levels a lot. And a lot of you were like, well, that's not really one of their like top choreos. And so I see what you mean because there was no shortage of levels here. There was no shortage of dynamics. And by that, I specifically mean like the speeding up and the slowing down that creates like this tension in choreography. And I love that in choreo. Um, because it doesn't mean you're waning on energy when you're doing the slow part. It just means you're also flaunting the amount of control you have when you are slowing down the choreo. And obviously, I picked up on some of that with some of them as individuals and like the nuances and how they slow down. Um, like even something like a slow body roll, it's not an easy thing to do, right? Like that takes muscle isolation, it takes bodily control, it takes spatial awareness, and it's just a great way to flaunt between like that and then on the higher end you're doing this crazy high energy, these kicks and these jumps and these you know, that kind of choreo. So I love seeing the contrast. And again, I totally get what you mean. um yeah, that was fun. And like I said, I that one part of the choreo, like the matrix section, that I've seen before. And I don't know where besides that obviously they're a very popular group. And but I feel like maybe at an award show because, you know, I did not watch the award shows this year. I might react to some of the videos, but those mofos love to block shit, especially Mnet and stuff. But yeah, it was just nice to see this kind of viral dance move in context. So yeah, I hope, I don't know, I there's other things I could talk about, but I feel like this video is already quite long. So I hope y'all are connecting with what I'm saying, and I hope you appreciate the reaction because I definitely appreciate your engagement, as I already said in the first part of the video. Um, yeah, glad to be here. Does ATEEZ have like oh, I learned, is it this thing? I learned that like if you like see them in public, you like do that or something. So is there also like another symbol, you know? Because like BTS has the whatever, and so if they have a hand symbol, let me know. I would love to just kind of incorporate myself and flaunt a little bit as I learn more. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I am very tempted to do the killing voice, just to get more familiar with their vocal textures and whatnot. So thank you, and be well, friends. Annyeong.